You know, we work together now at the Committee on the Present Danger, China. And you just had a huge win with the Trump administration and the medical industry. Can you tell us your story? Start when you first uncovered the idea of dangerous medicine produced in China and our dependence on it, and then bring us up a little bit to today.
Sure. And it all started, Kevin, in 2014. This goes back a long way. And I wanted to write another book, and I stumbled on this incredible untold story that the American people were not told. And it's how dependent we are on China for thousands of the medicines that we need every day. And, you know, as I researched this for 3 years, there'd be one jaw dropper after another, that we can't make antibiotics here in the United States anymore. We can't make aspirin. We can't make vitamin C. We can't make the medicines to treat coronavirus patients who are hospitalized. And that's because China controls about 90% of the core chemicals and raw materials to make our generic drugs.
You know, we're told all the time, Rosemary, that this is, oh, we're going to ship our low-skilled jobs overseas. That's okay because we don't have enough workers here to do them. These are not low-skilled jobs, are they?
These are talented chemists, pharmaceutical engineers. And if you ever have a chance to go to a pharmaceutical manufacturing facility, these are hugely complex operations. And they have to be handled with great care and great expertise. You know, I tell in the China RX about the loss of our last penicillin plant in the United States. And that's because China dumped product on the global market and drove out the last US producer and Indian producers. So when they announced the closing of that plant, what does that mean? I went back recently and got some photographs of what that plant once was. Kevin, it was 50 buildings that were demolished. This was Bristol Myers Squibb up in Syracuse, New York. And they used to produce 70% of the world's supply of penicillin material. And that's just for one end. This is what we've lost in our country. And in so doing, we've exposed ourselves to the risks of dependence on another country, whatever country it may be, let alone China. And what we've seen now is a preview of what biowarfare can look like.
No question. Well,
and we can't make the antidotes to treat infections, bacterial infections.
No question. And it is not just an economic loss, which it is, huge economic loss, but it's a health risk because do other countries, I know other countries, in Europe and Australia, they have great health systems and they have great inspection systems and they produce things well. But in China, it seems that as if it's not to the same degree as our own FDA, for example. Has it been a health risk to have China producing so much of our drugs?
Oh, it sure has. And, you know, China has less interest in assuring the quality of products that are exported. And one of the many shockers in researching China RX was understanding the attitude of the producers over there. And they said one of the reasons our product is so cheap is because we assume no liability for it. So it's buyer beware. And we've seen this with the 1 million masks that they sold to the United States that didn't work, that weren't protecting healthcare workers, the 1 million test kits that were flawed, the 9 million gowns that are supposed to be used in operating rooms and be sterile. They were contaminated with who knows what. So there's just a lack of caring about the products. And, you know, shame on us for buying this stuff.